Dobrodošli, and welcome back to Michelle's Slovenska Kuhinja. St. Martin's Day, better known as Martinovanje, is celebrated on November the 11th. This holiday marks the day when grapes turn into wine.
Today's episode, I am back in my mommy's kitchen, and she's going to be sharing with us the traditional feast served on this very special holiday. A roasted duck and braised red cabbage, or Martinova Raca and Rdeče Zelje. This meal is so delicious, and I cannot wait to get started. Okay, so to begin, we're going to be making the marinade for the duck. You're going to need juice from 1 lemon, 1/4 cup of oil, 1/4 teaspoon of each of these spices, marjoram, vegeta, sea salt, seasoning salt, and pepper. We begin by brushing on the olive oil, lemon, and spices onto the duck, and then we leave the duck on the counter to rest and marinate for 2 hours. Okay, now we're going to stuff the cavity with 2 delicious apples. Okay, so now we place the duck on a rack. We're going to fill the bottom of the roasting pan with some water and onions. Now we're going to place the duck into a 400-degree oven, and then after 30 minutes, we're going to lower it to 350. Okay, so we finished slicing about 500 grams of red cabbage. Now we're going to add 100 milliliters of red wine. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. And we'll do 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. And now we'll mix everything up. We're done mixing it. We're just going to let it rest for about 30 minutes. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. Now we're going to fry 1 chopped onion in oil. So now we're going to saute the onions until they're nice and caramelized. So we've got 2 options. We can use about 50 grams of sugar or 2 tablespoons of honey. If you're using sugar, you're going to add the sugar now, or if it's honey, you're going to skip the step and you'll be adding the honey a little bit later. Okay, so now that the onions are nicely caramelized, we're going to add the sliced red cabbage. Okay, so we've got about 15 minutes left. We are going to drizzle the honey and the Slivovica on top. Some of you want to use some brandy. Today we're going to use Slivovica and some honey, and that is going to crisp up the skin. It smells so delicious. I cannot wait to enjoy this meal with my mom. Okay, so we're almost there. Now we're just going to let it sit for 15 minutes before we carve into this. Okay, and now it's time to put this delicious meal all together. Thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you again next week when I share another delicious recipe from my Slovenska Kuhinja. Until then, na zdravje and dober tek.
Zdravje.